Welcome to Investors Insights, where today's topic is thankful markets. We hope that everybody is excited for a great week, hopefully spending with family and friends for Thanksgiving. A lot to talk about today. But before I talk about recent market performance, and Ty talks about an update of the government shutdown, Trey, every year of Thanksgiving week, we have you give an update on the price of Thanksgiving dinner. Can you give the viewers good news on inflation coming down? Talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Bobby. So, you're right. Every year we review this data, and for the last few years, it's been rough. And as this chart shows, it's been a long time on this vlog since we've been able to talk about consumer prices coming down. You can see since 2020, the average consumer price is up over 20%. But what we're going to focus on is just the Thanksgiving dinner part. And actually, from 2022 to 2023, the average price of a Thanksgiving dinner has come down from $64 to just over $61. So a nice drop in prices. Hopefully, as everyone's been preparing for sitting down with family, they're noticing some nice savings. A large percentage of that drop came from the price of turkey, which across the country, a 16-pound turkey will now cost you about $1.61 less. So that should be a welcome reprieve right before the Christmas buying season. That while we are down from last year, we're still well above 2019 levels. So some more work to do. But it's always, it's got to start somewhere, and we'll take the drop. But if you're looking at what to buy, pumpkin pie, a veggie tray, which I'm sure, Bob, you're going to be very disappointed to know this, rolls and sweet potatoes are all higher this year, but everything else will be lower. And so try and be careful with what you're buying. Keep an eye on prices, but there should be some savings out there for you.
Thanks, Trey. We love that update, and it's good news. Prices are coming down, so something we've been looking forward to. So again, our topic for today's video is thankful markets. And that's because after a year of a very bifurcated market where only a handful of stocks were constantly going up, we are finally starting to see breadth in the market. And as we have seen in the market, up 3 weeks in a row now. So that's great news. And so as you can see in this chart on the top right, the market has broken through resistance, which is a welcome event after a failed rally attempts throughout the year. More importantly, we've finally seen a very few strong days with breadth. So as you can see in the bottom right, I've marked, and on November 2nd, we had an 8-to-1 day, and last Tuesday, we saw a 14-to-1 day, which is circled there in the chart there. These are days where there have been a lot more stocks up than down. We look for these days to see if the market can sustain strength and rallies. So it's a technical chart. It looks kind of messy, but it's very important. Hopefully, being Thanksgiving week, we could continue this rally. And then Ty, give us an update on the government shutdown. It seems like Congress is kicking the can down the road again. Give us an update.
Yeah, I think we brought up a couple weeks ago or last week about the government shutdown and kind of the progress there. We've already averted it once, and I think the markets should be thankful that it looks like we're going to avert it again, at least until the rest of the year. So the House and the Senate passed a continuing budget resolution, which will extend through a portion of it, 4 appropriations through January 19th, and the remaining 8 through February 2nd. And something that Trey brought up this morning, it's kind of important to know that instead of having everything lumped together, they kind of split it in parts here. So it might be easier to get something more permanent passed through in the coming year here, as you have portions of it for January 19th, portions of it for February 2nd. That might make things a little bit easier to pass through instead of doing everything all together at once.
We are thankful for all of you, our viewers and your families. We hope that everyone has a great week. And as always, if you have any questions about anything we've discussed or the markets in general, please reach out. We have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks.